You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, something very interesting happened. Caitlin Clark's agent has issued a statement, put some comments out there while speaking at this Breaking Barriers Summit that they're having, I guess, by way of Front Office Sports. Now, I made a video the other day because I got to looking around, and much to my surprise, even I thought Nike would have put something out the other day that was either pumping up or firing us up regarding Caitlin Clark's return to Iowa City. They didn't put out shit. Nike basketball or Nike. Nothing on social media. At least on X, I couldn't find anything. I wasn't the only one that noticed. Nike was getting their asses drug. But the byproduct of that is her agent. Okay, her agent. Look, her agent is not only supposed to be a liaison between Caitlin Clark and these sponsorships and these companies that are supposed to be pumping up her brand, right, and building her brand, but she's supposed to be an advocate. All right, you're there to get on these companies' asses when they're not using your client or treating your client right. It's so bad, I've seen Nike shareholders come out and say they were livid because they understand there's a massive opportunity with this WNBA basketball player that actually is bringing people in that are basketball fans in general. And they're bringing in the casual fan, which has never happened. By the way, you don't believe me? Look at the WNBA ratings for these other games so far. All right, Caitlin Clark is the one singular asset that's moving the needle, breaking the needle off. Paige Becker's debut game had 405,000 viewers on it last Friday night on a free over-the-air antenna network. I mean, my God. So these statements, as you can imagine now, in case you're wondering, look at this is Gatorade. They put this out last week for that game. Caitlin Clark, home sweet home. And as you guys have seen on TV and during these games, I mean, you see Gatorade commercials with Caitlin Clark in it. There's a Nike comment right there. There's at Nike basketball, at Nike. This was back on the 4th, at Nike. Absolutely getting destroyed, at Nike. I mean, we could keep going. At Nike. Gatorade's putting Nike to shame. This is what we're getting over and over and over again, right? So, that brings us right here. Caitlin Clark's agent, Erin Kane, at the Front Office Sports Breaking Barriers Summit, this is her comment. She just said the same thing I did. She actually did say, she said she's singular. Yeah, but the problem is you're not acting like she's singular. You're not putting the pressure on these companies to use her right, most notably Nike. Nike is the big one here. All right? Quote, there's been slow, steady growth for years up to this point. Caitlin Clark is singular. She's part of an incredible draft class, but she's singular in many ways, and it's creating continued excitement and investment. That's what her agent said. You're not acting like she's singular. That's the problem. And a lot of people have noticed that. They've noticed it. People aren't blind. And she got drugged in the comment sections. In my opinion, she needs to do a better job. I mean, no doubt. That's why she's so incompetent. Caitlin Clark still has the worst contract in sports history. I assume you're talking about Nike because WNBA contracts are there's a pay scale in place for rookies. She should be fired. There's no dog in her fight for her clients. It's malpractice. No doubt. I mean, she let Nike off very light. Some people have estimated it's up to $70 million light. She got 28 million, should have got 100. And then why is at Nike not treating her like they are marketing other players? Every players in the league are getting advantages of CC's momentum except for Caitlin. Maybe CC should go to a different brand. Anyway, Nike is a horrible brand. Y'all ever going to ask her about Nike at these summits? Yeah, I mean, the media is not willing to call out the agent either. At Nike, maybe market her like that instead of ignoring her completely. Nothing from the Iowa game was malpractice. Also, wear her shoes. It's crazy. And people are tired of this bullshit too. Aaron, please shut up. Nobody wants to hear that, quote, others are great too nonsense anymore. No, I mean, look, you remember Angel Reese's mother's little comment the other day, shading people for pointing out attendance and yada, yada, yada. Well, that kind of nonsense, congratulations. She made the actual news with that bullshit comment. People are done with that. Look, people are not stupid. I've seen now where actual Angel Reese fans, I will give them credit. Some of them are actually saying, why isn't anybody showing up to her games? Why isn't anybody watching on TV? Because we're out here talking a lot of shit and nothing's happening. Nobody's backing it with their money, and they're not. Caitlin Clark's the only player that's got actual motion here at all. How about Nike totally bungling everything with Caitlin? Seems like a relevant topic to her agent. Waive this agent. Caitlin, fire her. Somebody, what the fuck? Excuse my language, press her on Nike. Draft class. Yeah, everybody is sick to death of hearing about this mother effing draft class. I mean, seriously. Worst agent in the world. Worst agent in the history of talent agents. It's crazy. It really is. And people are done. People are like, bump this. We're done with nothing from Nike. Yeah, if I was a shareholder, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, what are you doing? You got somebody that's more popular than I mean, we just saw the ratings for that preseason game. I mean, higher than any NBA preseason game, except for 2 in the last 15 years. Unbelievable. I mean, people are wanting to know. I could not believe there was not Nike commercials all over that game on ESPN the other day featuring Caitlin Clark. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. Nothing to celebrate what happened the other day at all. It was a literal spectacle. Nike's asleep at the wheel, but they'll put Colin Kaepernick in something in a minute. I mean, what's going on here? And I will continue to have the theory that Nike themselves doesn't want to upset the Asia Wilsons of the world and her fandom and the old WNBA fandom. It is my belief that's why they're screwing Caitlin Clark. They've been a woke brand for 6 or 7 years, and now they're concerned because they're like, ooh, a lot of CC's fan base really isn't down with our politics. Look, I hate to bring that up, but that's a fact. We don't want to upset the other folks. You decided to give her a contract. You're not going to promote her. Let her go to somebody else. Under Armour would be great. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.